Hello and welcome everyone to a new fresh episode of Anime Unfold. Today I'm going to talk about Parasyte, the Maxim, and how it's a tight slap right onto the so-called humanity's face. When I started watching this 24-episode anime series, I only had one thing on my mind. I wanted to watch something unique, and a parasite entering a person's body plot is exactly what I was looking for. I only had hoped for interesting, scientific explanations and some cool action sequences. But this series shook my ideals and beliefs so much that I couldn't believe that something this short of an anime of just 24 episodes could even achieve. Now that I have finally finished this anime, there is one thing I should say. This anime is super action-packed and very philosophical, and that's what I enjoyed the most about it. Throughout this series, you will be forced to question your beliefs about humanity and the human race at many points. So, without wasting any more time, let's just start the video and see how this anime series Parasyte, the Maxim, breaks down humanity. Let's start with a simple question from the series. What makes us human? What do you think? Is it our feelings, our behavior towards others, the way we look, or even our name or personality? What exactly makes us different from a lion, a cow, or even a street dog? As humans, we might think that feelings and emotions might be the biggest reason we could call ourselves humans, or some might even say our intelligence is the reason that we can develop and advance in our lives more than other animal species. Yeah, you are right at some points, but this is what the parasite thinks about us. We are a unique kind of species that tries its hardest to escape death, even if that means annihilating another species, cutting down trees, and even feeding on other animals. Just for context, here is a minor spoiler. But I guess you can't even say that this is a spoiler, as it's revealed in just the first episode. So, these parasites' job is to attack a person's brain and eat it so that they can get full control of the host's body. They feed on humans, out of instinct and not for survival, and humans obviously find it bad and unacceptable. But you absolutely can't eat a human, right? Every life is important, and it's totally unacceptable to eat someone just because you like eating them. So here's where the parasite's argument comes in. You humans eat other species all the time. You eat cows, chicken, fish, and whatnot. It's not like you can't survive if you don't eat them. You just eat them because you like to eat them. I agree there are certain health benefits, like high protein content, but is your extra protein worth a so-called precious life? What humans exactly don't want is not the death of any innocent life. It's just the human life that's important to humans. That's why the parasites say that the human race is excellent in self-preservation, and that's how they survived centuries, just because they were selfish about their race and not about anyone else. Humans save the environment because they don't want to go extinct. There is no selfless act by the humans. Every action the humans do is selfish and self-centered around their species. But the parasites take this to another level. They don't even care about their species as a whole. They just care about their preservation. If they ever need to kill someone who is from their own species to survive, or just find it a little difficult to trust someone, be it a human or their own species, they will simply kill it to keep their own lives safe.
Migi, did you just save my life?
I was simply unsure if such a relocation was possible to achieve. The only life I consider important is my own, so I chose the safest option.
There was one parasite that cared much more about their purpose as a species, Tamura Raiko, or later known as Ryoko Tamiya, because parasites can change faces and swap identities when they need to. She enjoyed learning more about humans and comparing that with their own kind.
In your opinion, what exactly do you think we are, Mr. Izumi?
Well, from everything I've seen, you're monsters here to feed on the human race.
She found something strange about us, humans. Though humans are so self-centered and care much more about their lives than others, there are some things that actually make the humans way different than the parasites. These are some special bonds, like between a mother and her child. A mother will willingly sacrifice herself if she knows it can save her child. I know this sounds so familiar to us. A mother will obviously sacrifice her life to save her child, but this is something that actually didn't make sense to the parasite, because all that they have seen is humans being selfish, just like themselves. But this strange trait of self-sacrifice that's found in humans startled them. Is that the actual reason we can be called humans? The ability to sacrifice ourselves in order to save someone close to us. Or as she says, is this irrational behavior something that makes us human? Here's my point of view. But before that, please like the video if you are enjoying it. Your likes seriously boost our motivation and help us continue making these awesome breakdown videos. I think the parasites are right. The humans are selfish creatures. They solely care about themselves, and at the most their own race. But, and this is a big but, humans are no way close to parasites. The parasites are beings which make calculative, rational decisions all the time, analyzing the situation and then taking action. Even if their whole species is at stake or someone innocent is going to die, a parasite won't walk in to save them, because this might be a serious threat to their own life.
For your reference, I will rate each of them by strength. If your rating is a 10, then he's an 18. The one to the right is a 13, and the others are 14 and 12.
Iggy, why are you telling me all this?
Even dogs and cats are able to evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of their opponents. Animals instinctively avoid fights they cannot win.
Yeah, so what's your point?
Leave him alone!
Well, sometimes a human can't back down from a fight. There's a difference between humans and animals.
But take a second and think. Even if we kill animals for food, even if we have cut and burned down forests to make habitats, we are not cold-blooded murderers like this guy. You won't just cross the road seeing a cute little puppy lying there, which will die if you don't do anything. You will try to save its life and later help it if you can, even if that doesn't profit you. I think throughout time, our humanity has become so selective that we only save what we care about, like you will save a cute little puppy. But most likely, you won't even care if a big grown-up dog is lying in that situation. We humans have become too comfortable with saying, "It's not my responsibility," and move on by blaming it on someone else. Maybe the municipality, or the police, or the society. I think the motive of Hitoshi Iwaki from this series is to show a reflection of what we are slowly becoming. The humans are turning cold-blooded like parasites, a species that only cares about itself and don't factor in the well-being of other living species. The way we value human life more than any other life is slowly turning into caring for only ourselves like the parasites. And that's a big message from the story, as said by a parasite character, Ryoka Tamiya, about their species. We are actually quite frail, so please don't be too hard on us.
We are actually quite frail. We're nothing more than a life form that isn't able to survive on its own. So please, don't be too hard on us.
Which simply means if we keep heading in this direction, we might just end up like these parasites. A frail and weak species that might end up extinct.
He was right about us. Maybe human beings aren't so sacred. Maybe we're the demons after all.
Though all the parasites were not extinct, the only way they survived is by living a life in a more human way. So at the end of the video, I leave you with this question. What actually makes us human? I would love to see your responses in the comments section. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if I should make another breakdown video about your favorite anime.